My weekend is all booked.
Hey guys, how's it going? In today's video, I'm going to be going over my 2019 writing goals and what I have planned. 2018 was a pretty good year for writing, so I'm excited to continue on in 2019. My first goal will come as no surprise, and that is to finish editing the first draft of my Camp NaNoWriMo story. As you guys probably know, I did a couple editing vlogs in December, and I'm planning to keep going with those. I've made good progress with my camp story so far, but I'm kind of in a bit of a slump, and with all the holidays, I kind of fell behind a little bit and was working on it less than I wanted to, so my goal is to get back on that horse and finish the second draft. My second goal is going to be to start editing the story I wrote for NaNoWriMo, my death story. Ideally, I'd like to finish a full round of revisions, but depending on how long my Camp NaNoWriMo story takes, and depending on how that lines up with other writing projects, I don't know exactly where it's going to fall, but I would like to at least get a good start on it. And in the same vein as those two goals, my third goal is going to be to come up with better working titles for those projects. My Camp NaNoWriMo story is either just referred to as my camp story or imaginary friends, and my NaNoWriMo project is either the NaNoWriMo story or death story, and I don't like them. They're not good names, they don't sound interesting, so I would like to decide their final titles, but I'd be happy if I just come up with a better working title. So those are my editing goals for 2019. Moving on to my actual writing goals. Of course, just like every year, my main writing goal is going to be to participate in and win NaNoWriMo in November. I'm on a 6-year winning streak, so I really hope I can make it to 7. And I would like to participate in Camp NaNoWriMo in both April and July. If you don't know, Camp NaNoWriMo is basically like a mini NaNoWriMo event that you can set your own goals, and there's different types of goals you can set. I always do word count, but I know you can also set by time, I think it is, or how many days you write. I haven't looked into it much, but there's a bunch of different things you can check. So if you want to participate in NaNoWriMo, but it's a little bit too much for you, or it just isn't quite the way that you want to track your progress, definitely check out Camp NaNoWriMo. I find it really fun. My goal is usually 30,000 words, a nice even 1,000 words a day, and I would like to keep that up this year. And speaking of Camp NaNoWriMo, I'm going to give you guys a little sneak peek of what I'm planning for April. So I've mentioned this a million times, but I am a hardcore plotter. I love plotting. I've tried pantsing before and it has ended so badly. It's just not for me. So that being said, I'm gonna pants the heck out of Camp NaNoWriMo in April. I'm calling it my pantsing project, and I don't want to give it too much away yet, but basically it's just gonna be a giant pantsing extravaganza. I already have some of it planned out. Well, not planned out, because it's pantsing. I have the way I'm going to pants planned out. I'll explain as it gets closer, but stay tuned for that because it is going to be a hot mess, and I think I'm going to have a lot of fun. I have no idea what I'm going to do for July camp yet. It usually works out that in at least one of the camps, I end up doing an editing project instead of writing something new. So depending on how that works out, I might be editing something come July, but we'll see when we get there. But for November's big NaNoWriMo, I have no idea what I'm going to write yet, but my goal is of course going to be to write 50,000 words of a brand new project. Man, what were you playing in? How come you're all dirty? And then my other smaller writing goals is going to be to kind of push myself as a writer. I don't want to say I've become complacent because I don't think I have, but I haven't quite been pushing myself as much as I want to. I've still been trying different things and kind of testing myself and trying to improve, but aside from NaNoWriMo, I haven't had any really big challenges. And like I said, I've won NaNoWriMo 6 years in a row now, so while writing 50,000 is still a huge challenge, it's not a new challenge, and I think that's what I want to do this year. So I have 3 kind of mini goals, writing challenges kind of thing for myself. The first one, as I mentioned, is my pantsing project. It's something that I'm not good at, and even though I know that I write better plotting versus pantsing, I haven't really given pantsing a full try, so I think for the sake of challenging myself, that's why I want to do that. My second personal challenge is going to be short stories. In my defense, I usually write fantasy, and fantasy always seems to be so long, but I can't write a short story. If I just try writing something, it always ends up being really long, and if I put effort into making a short story, I'm just not connected enough to follow through with it. So I want to get better at writing short stories and finishing them and having good short stories. And I know that an effective goal is something that's easily measurable, and a couple good short stories isn't that measurable, but I guess for me, I want to be able to feel like I can write short stories by the end of it. And I know that's a little bit objective, but I think that's still how I'm going to do it. And the third challenge I want to do, you know what, I think this one is going to be a bit of a secret. If I do succeed in this goal, there'll be a video about it and I'll let you guys know. So yeah, those are my 2019 goals. Again, I want to edit my imaginary friend story, my death story, and come up with better working titles for them. I want to write 30,000 words of a pantsing project in April. I want to participate in July's Camp NaNoWriMo in some fashion. And I want to write 50,000 words of a brand new project in November. And I want to challenge myself by pantsing something, writing short stories, and working on a secret project. And of course, I'll be making videos along the way so I can show you guys how I'm coming along with these goals and how I'm reaching these targets. So don't forget to subscribe so you can stay in the loop with all that. And I hope that whatever your goals are, you accomplish everything you want. So that's all for today. I hope I see you guys next time, but until then, have a great day. Bye!